By the way, I should mention, if y'all want somebody to, explain all this to you that knows what they're talking about, ask Musty One or ask Eric the car guy or ask Mr. Heavy Chevy. Some of them people that are good at explaining things. I'm usually discombobulated. I'm more like a comedy act. Remember how I used to watch the Lone Ranger, and there'd be that fellow that drove the Jeep there, and he was the comedy act. Him and Dale and Trigger and all them. They kind of bounced off of Roy, because Roy was serious outlaw catcher. Let's see, I put that one in upside down. Oh wait, that's upside down too. What did I do? I put that upside down. See, I'm just like Cisco. Remember Cisco and Pancho? Pancho was the comedy part of the team. I'm like that. I'm kind of the comedy part of the team here. That ain't right. That goes like this. But if you ever want to see a real, somebody that does it right, them other guys I was mentioning, even old Waylon Wire, he knows some stuff. Yeah. Most people hang out with me just do it because they ain't got nothing better to do and they need to pass some time. And, I figure hanging out with me is better than poking the eye with a sharp stick. All right, now what? Well, what do we got left for leftover parts? That jar is empty. That jar is empty. This is the screws that go in the top. These are the pins that go in the little side arms, and these are those long needly things that goes down in the thing. Oh, don't forget this. Okay, so let's bring this back over here. This base of the carburetor thing in here, and I couldn't figure out what I did wrong, and now I see what I did wrong. This butterfly is supposed to go up underneath these two Venturi jet fighter plane looking engine thingies. I'm trying to figure out where is the slot that that's supposed to go into. Well, the reason I couldn't see it is because it's up under here. Pull this out, pull this out. And this goes down in there, like that. Like this. Like that. Something like that. Like this. There. Like that. Now, these go back. See, leave it to me. I have this theory that if I do something wrong enough, often enough, I'll figure out how to do it right. That was a good example of that right there. That's how you learn by your mistakes. You do it wrong till you get it right. That's a good roller. That's a good way to, if you have that life philosophy, that do it wrong till you get it right philosophy, then you don't have to feel bad because you messed something up. Because messing things up is just what you do on the way to get it figured out to do it right in the first place. Now, I think, based on my lack of other spare parts, I think this goes on here now. Just like that. Now I know there's at least one arm over here that goes between two things here. See, this one, well, I know there's more than one. This one here comes up. Open that. Get this past that. Yeah, this goes here, and this one goes here. One of these goes down there. That goes down there. This goes up here. And this one over here, same thing, it goes over here. That's the one that all these little funny little hooky things go into, and that goes there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 of those, so I need 1, 2, 3. Here, what, I'm just going to put a couple of screws down in the top so I can move this around without things flying around. Now, I need 1 here. One here. This one goes in this one down here. Which goes up to the accelerator pump. Right there. It's got an adjustable accelerator pump on it. Maybe there was only 3. 1, 2, 3. I see 1, 2, 3 down in there. So, let's put them on. Let's see if we can put them on without losing them. Now, this is not something that I want to lose. I got that one on there. I was looking for 4, but I've only see 3 in here now. I must have been looking at some dirt. This one goes right here. Got that one on there. And then this one goes on that butterfly for the choke thing over here. I'm pretty sure back in my day they made bigger pins than this, because I don't ever remember having to strain my eyeballs to see them before. It could be that my eyeballs was better back then though. Back when I was younger they worked pretty good. Now that I'm older, some things don't work as good. I got up this morning, I couldn't hardly see. The light was hurting my eyes. Okay, that's in, and that's in, and that's in. And everything working like it's supposed to. No more pins in there. So now, these things here, they're going to need to go back down in there. Well, it's supposed to be a pin. I mean a spring. Now, it just occurred to me that there was supposed to also be a spring in the bottom of that accelerator pump. Did I put that back down in there? What did I do with the one I just pulled out? Oh, nope. There's my accelerator pump spring. And here's a spring with that. I'm going to put this right back in there with that. And this one right back in there with that. And we're gonna pop this top off of here. I may have to disconnect this to get that down in the accelerator spring hole. I guess I ought to go ahead and do that because I'm gonna have to. See, like I said before, do it wrong till you get it right. If you get it wrong, do it again. Oh, the joy. Maybe that's what I should have called my channel here. Do it wrong till you get it right. We wasn't thinking about having a name though back then. I just gave it my name. Simplicity. Now before I forget, I should put all these little clips back in place. Uh-oh. That one just popped off. See, that's what I didn't want to have happen, for now I'll never find it. So if that is lost, I could try making one. I've got a piece of welding wire here. I could take that, wrap that, twist this. There's always more than one way to skin a catfish. Now I believe that'll hold it. I'll show you what it did. And this is what you do when you have to do something out of necessity. If you don't have one that fits, you have to make one. That's what I did right there to that piece of welding wire. So, somewhere here, that little tiny spring clip is sitting. But it's so tiny, I'll probably never see it again. That's okay, because we can get it to work without it. And after I tighten up these 6 screws, I can take her down there and we can unscrew the carburetor that's currently on the Studebaker and screw this one onto it and see how she runs. Okay.